stop being a bitch.
All right, that's my favorite song in the world, bro. Yo, Lemon City Live is brought to you by Magic City Highlight. Magic City's 2020 season started May 1st and will run through the end of November. For now, the court will stay closed to the public, but you'll be able to watch all the games in real time on YouTube on the Highlight channel. If you need a sports fix, we highly recommend that you check it out. The Highlight channel also has a ton of other original content to help you understand the game and get you more familiar with the players in the league, like our called in sick friend, Tenor Davis. Just go to youtube.com/highlight channel, spelled JAIALAI channel. It's free to subscribe and you'll never miss a moment of the action. Also confirmed, Tenor does not have COVID, so just putting that out there.
Nope, anyone sick, automatic COVID. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna mention that, but no. Anyway, it's another Lemon City Live quarantine edition of the Lemon City Live podcast. It's episode 207, right, Gus?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much, and everybody who's watching, man. Thank you guys for stopping by. Stay a while and participate in the conversation here. You know, you can chat with us through the comments. Don't forget. But we're here. We are sans TD. There's no TD today. He, like you said, he is recovering. He's actually pretty sick. He got sick this weekend while he was home. And thankfully, he did take his COVID test. He came back negative. So he's just on the mend, and he's still dealing with a bit of a fever, but he'll be all right. But anyway, let's go around the horn here. Let's introduce the team here to that guy right there. It's producer Fungus, making 207 episodes in a row. Holla, Pam. There we go. And filling in for TD, the one and only, man, the other part, the official Lemon City Philly representative, the one, the only Achilles, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, bro.
That's a tasty sandwich right there.
I'm glad I can be here and disappoint everyone since once again, when TD can't come in, it's just me. I know.
Hey, bro, you've been on the 100 and the 200. Don't forget, bro. You got special treatment whenever you want. There's always a square here for you to join in whenever you want. We're respecting your time. Anyway, on today's show, we're gonna hit you with some bam NASCAR. Then we're gonna pop hit you with a little baseball stuff, right? And then maybe if we're lucky, top five, maybe might do it. I don't know, but man, dude, it's so corny. I love it. First off, man, let's just I kind of got on here late, so I haven't even had a chance to say what's up, guys. I know Gus, I was seeing earlier today, so I know he's doing good. Oh, real quick, man, shout out hat of the day here. This is the
Me cago en tu madre.
Yeah,
poor mom.
Yeah, man. Our boy D-Fig came through today, dropped off a cool hat and gave Gus check out the shirt there. Hold on, Gus. Let me give you the prime real estate right here. Boom.
There we go.
Look at that. Tigre, boludo. Miami as fuck right there, bro.
I'm this guy. Where is it? Here.
Mahe?
Really?
That's a
Nika. That's a Nika one, bro. Yeah.
No idea. Hold on, wait. You got to go through them again. Wait, let me see from the top. What do you got? You got bro. That's the Miami.
Bro, Miami. Cuban. Parce, Colombian. Mahe, Nika. Zo, Haitian. Chamo, Venezuelan. Tigre, Dominican. Boludo, Argentinian. Amigado, Brazilian. Miami as fuck, bro.
Damn, dude.
That shirt is so good.
Unbelievable. Legit,
shout out to Fresh, bro.
Yeah, man. Hit up our boy, Fresh. If you want some of this fresh merchandise, go hit him up, dude. But anyway, we got Achilles back up in Philly. I know you got some stuff, man.
Yeah, right.
You kind of, Achilles back up in Philly.
I need to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
dude. Speaking of take advantage, we got to take advantage of you right now, yo. You got a new boss. What up, man?
Yeah, man.
Like, I know you've been kind of like, oh no, I don't know anything about it, but you've been giving us that same rundown for the longest time, and I never believe it. You know,
Listen,
everything.
87% of the time, it's true that I honestly don't know anything, and this falls into that category.
So, for those of you who don't know, a certain basketball player by the name of Kevin Durant, KD Trey 5 over there. So what is it? He's a part owner.
Yeah, I think he bought. He bought 5% stake.
I thought it was a little more than that. No offense.
Well, that was So 5%, and he's gonna his main focus is gonna be doing like helping us with community work in Philly and Chester, where the stadium and the offices are.
What's
pretty cool.
What's the tie to Philly though? He's
from,
right?
Yeah, he's from Maryland, but there's no other teams around. And he's been trying to get into MLS apparently for a little bit. So
wow, sold out.
He's with
I don't think there necessarily has to be a tie. It's just a good investment.
Okay,
he's got an investment team, and they were made an offer.
Exactly.
You know.
Hey, well,
that was like that. That's why the story was so big. It was all in all like the finance, websites and papers and stuff, because he is a businessman. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, hey, man. It's going to be even cooler when he stops by your office one day, hopefully, and you'll be like, oh.
No, we've already started getting emails of like, hey, can you talk to Kevin Durant for us? From just like random people. That's already started. So
I see it now.
I didn't send an email. I just texted you.
That's how it is, dude. But anyway, this is Levis City Live, man. Achilles, thank you again for joining us, man. And as a little tribute for always being, one of our best, I got right here. Check it out. The Miami FC jersey, the beautiful one. You got the Dade Brigade scarf. I got the giveaway scarves right there.
Oh, yeah.
Too. See them, bro? I'm all Miami FC out, bro. Still my favorite soccer team ever.
Facts
only. Big facts.
Dude, just from that Orlando game and the Atlanta game, man. Just those two games.
Which we're in anniversary time, right? It was around this time?
Yeah. I think on Facebook came up.
Orlando was like last week.
Came up for me. Yeah. It was like, beat Atlanta, be there. Like one of the promo Facebook things popped up in my memories today. I was like,
Do you miss making those promos and doing all that stuff?
Oh, it was what it was, man.
Hey, let me tell you though, like I've been to like Heat playoff games and stuff. But that Atlanta game was probably the most excited I've ever been.
For sure.
As a Miami sports fan.
For sure.
I can't think of anything.
Miami
I can't think of another. Yeah, I can't think of
Bigger
another.
Than Ray Allen, bro? What?
But I wasn't there.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. Out of games that I've actually attended, that's got to be the most exciting one I've ever been to.
Honestly, I think you can make an argument that in the last few years, it's probably one of the best sports moments. Florida
Ray Allen shot, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Heat, obviously the championships, but the Marlins haven't really given you anything like that in a while. Football, Dolphins, Miami Miracle, but this is up there, dude. It was a huge thing, man. So
Miami Miracle, yeah, we were there for that.
Yeah,
that's true.
You've been bumped out.
It was a regular season game, and they're garbage.
Exactly,
anyway. It's not the same, man.
This is a cup game, baby. This is a cup game.
I remember thinking like, holy shit, they're gonna win the U.S. Open Cup. That's fucking. This is gonna happen, and then we're gonna cover CONCACAF Champions League game.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
But now we got the jersey up there. You were mentioning before we went live that that's still one of your favorite. Like it's a perfection. I have a complaint.
Oh, for sure.
I have a complaint. Now I think the jersey is beautiful. It is. The material phenomenal. It just falls on me. It's so nice. My problem is I have this, and maybe Gus, you might attest this. I can't find anything to match with it, dude.
What
I struggle.
Put on jeans, dude, or like khakis.
Headgear. I'm talking about. Like I always struggle. Like I like wearing a hat all the time. It's kind of my thing. So whenever I put that jersey on, I always struggle to find. Like if I wear an orange hat, I'm like, oh, too bright. I don't have a teal hat. I don't really have white hats, and I feel like if I wear any other color hat, I'm just
black.
like
wear a black hat.
But does black go with it if you got the blue?
Black goes with everything.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've been so discouraged so many times from wearing the jersey because I can't find a fucking hat that goes with it.
Bro, that's a 100% personal issue. That does not, the jersey does not affect that you have a weird hat thing.
Maybe this one. I think this one might. look pretty cool with it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of pairing it up right now.
You know what? You're gonna put on the jersey, then you're gonna put on the hat. You're gonna be disappointed, and you're gonna say, "Me cago en tu madre."
I tell you, dude. Like, I don't know. I wear my Chelsea jerseys all the time, and the blue is fine. I put on a hat, and I'm good. I don't know why. Just this jersey, I put it on. I guess maybe that's what it is. I've put that jersey on so many times, and I look at myself. I'm like, man, I feel good. Fuck, my head looks weird. Take it off. That's what ends up happening all the time, man. I like it. I love it, but that's my issue.
Let's get an all black hat.
Yeah, or get more confidence in your hair game, bro.
Maybe. Oh, bro. I'm not taking the hat off because I got a haircut before the quarantine, like about a week or two before. It was around my birthday, so it was beginning of March. That was the last haircut I had, and I buzzed it all pretty good. I actually got a fade, which was the first time I had a fade in years. I was like, all right, my beard was nice. Only thing I've cut is the beard, man. I've been trying to trim it up a little bit, but this right here, no, Danny, no. You want to know what's under the hat? No, bro. It's it's the silver fox will show up, and bro, this is the one gripe I have with this hat is that it's kind of hard to tuck in all the stuff on the sides, man. I'm like walking, ding, 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 everything's just sticking out, bro.
So the issue is you don't like your hair, not that hats are bad and jerseys are bad.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing.
Let's get to the root of this, man.
Yeah, I got a weird head, bro. So that's kind of the issue. But anyway, but yeah, let's get to the good stuff, man. Kind of curious to hear what your opinions are and your takes are on a few things. I do want to get started with the big news, which was the FBI. Apparently, dude, they had like 15 people working on this NASCAR case.
Yeah.
Right. And for those of you who don't know, Gus had a thing about it a couple weeks ago. Bubba Wallace has been in the news. He's the only black driver in NASCAR. And prior to when did they find the noose? When was that? Or
the noose was at Talladega.
It was earlier last week.
Okay, so it was earlier last week. They found what appeared to be a noose in his garage stall, and this is coming on the heels of his voicing his displeasure with NASCAR when it came to the Confederate flag and really starting a movement with everything that's going on.
Pretty much single-handedly responsible for having NASCAR ban the Confederate flag from all the races.
Yeah, and it's weird because I remember, shit, man, it was like at least a year or two ago. I remember, obviously, in the last few years with everything that's happening with Kaepernick and his name being in the news, I remember sometime in the last couple of years, I think it was NASCAR did a thing that they came out and said, hey, we're going to make everybody stand up for the flag or something like that, during the national anthem. Like, they made it mandatory.
Yeah.
And I remember reading online the comments and people were like just ripping like, we always stand this and that. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, you guys are also the ones that fly a lot of, Confederate flags at this thing. I don't see that at many Marlins games, Dolphins games. They really are, but I don't really see it. So I've known of this. Also, I'm a fan of NASCAR. I've been to a few races, man. I've been down to Homestead. I've always enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun. Especially, it's one of the best sports to be there in person. I've always had a great time.
I was pleasantly surprised when I went a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, man. But anyway. So he had just created single-handedly this movement to have all these flags removed and everything. So on the heels of all that came the news that there was a noose in his garage, and is this a hate crime? What's going on? And then instantly, this is a very controlled environment where people aren't allowed to come and go. So whoever did this was gonna get caught if there was somebody who did this, And now, just to speed through the story here, it came out today, the FBI, that that it wasn't a hate crime, that it was actually something that had been there since October of last year. I saw a picture where you kind of see it's the rope to pull down the garage door, but apparently somebody thought it was like funny or whatever to tie it, kind of like a noose. So it wasn't intentional. It's still in bad taste, and all this came out. So, all right, that's where we are right now. Yesterday was the race, the makeup race. And NASCAR, I got to give them props on something. They took care of the flag issue. They said, wiping it clean. Everybody, no mas. They took a stand against that. They didn't try to do like no gradual thing, or we're gonna phase it out during the year. No. They said, hey, we're putting
They didn't even backtrack a little bit, not even a little bit, when a bunch of their fans got super pissed.
Yeah.
And the guy who won no racist quit. That was the best part.
Yes.
I won't stand for it. He's like 0 for 33.
Yeah, get out of here. Take your participation trophy with you.
Yeah, for real.
And I thought NASCAR acted really good. And then yesterday, even though obviously with the news that came out today, I thought NASCAR did a really good job as far as getting behind Bubba and the people who are offended, because they didn't know. They didn't know what had happened, but they took what happened serious. And I thought it was compelling to see all the racers get out of their cars and push Bubba's car all the way to the front of the line.
Yeah.
The infield had the I stand with Bubba hashtag written on there. And man, NASCAR, props, man, props, impressed, because you compare it to like NFL, we still haven't done anything for Kaepernick, you know what I mean, and what he's gone through. It's nice to see that somebody got some support. Now today, the upsetting part is there's a lot of people that are saying now that this is what's that guy's name, Jussie Smollett guy? What was his name?
Yeah, Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett, and they're saying that this is another, this is a hoax, and an overreaction, and people are legit mad that it wasn't a hate crime in a sense. And it's like, oh, see, I told you it wasn't a hate crime, and then they're mad because people got upset that it could have possibly been a hate crime. Like, bro, like, am I alone on this, or do you guys feel my just?
No, I mean, come on, we all know the ridiculousness that exists
around that topic.
Exactly. I mean, come on. How could you be on the other side of this argument? And it makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, oh, it wasn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you letting it ruin your day and then saying it's Jussie Smollett? Dude, first off, Jussie Smollett guy, okay, deserves whatever he got coming to him, and whatever penalties and trouble he's in for doing this stupid shit. He paid people.
Did he get in trouble?
People. Yeah, I'm sure he's got legal shit going on, but he paid fucking stupid people.
I think they dropped all charges on him or whatever. I think all that shit just went away, and nothing
I'm pretty
happened.
sure you know what else went away? His acting career. I'm pretty sure
he did had the opposite.
He did get fired. Yeah.
Yeah, had the horrible opposite effect here, and that guy's an idiot. Hands down, he paid fucking people, stupid people, to do something or pretend to do something, and then it perpetrated this whole thing. And you're a jerk, and you deserve whatever's coming to you. I get that. But Bubba, first off, Bubba never saw the news. He wasn't the one who found it. He wasn't the one who came out and said, "Oh, how dare you!" No, he's somebody, a trusted person, because right now they're rolling real tight in these small groups. It's not like they got a bunch of extra people rolling with them. Obviously, it's a pandemic. So it's like if Gus and I, if somebody did something, Gus came up to me, "Yo, I saw this, man, and this is fucked up." I'm not going to question what Gus says. Just like Bubba didn't question what his people said. "Yo, we found this, and this is messed up."
For once in his life, he's not going to question what I say.
I never question what you say, man. We're a team, bro. Boom, shake and bake. You know what I'm saying? Go, give me a little shake and bake right there.
Shake and bake, shake and bake.
Shake and bake, bam. So Bubba, he didn't know that, so he didn't perpetrate this. This wasn't some big elaborate ruse, and it's messed up to even compare the two. You know what I mean? Because the only reason you're comparing the two is because they're black. That's it, bro. That's the only reason, unfortunately. So he didn't know, and he treated it, and he was affected by it because you're taking this as a serious threat. Like, yo, I can't believe somebody would do this, man. Like, and bro,
he was very emotional, man. He got very emotional. Yeah.
I've never had to go through anything like that, and a lot of us have never had to go through anything like that, or feel like they're going through something like that. Exactly. So what I want to do, man, is I don't want to focus on any of that bullshit, bro. You know what? This is a moment right now that I'm going to celebrate non-hate, bro. I'm going to celebrate the fact that this was essentially the best case scenario that could come out of this situation. You had somebody who felt, threatened and had something bad happen to him. You had his boss, the people he works for, and the people in his team, everybody come together and support him. Yo, Richard Petty was out in the front. If you don't know NASCAR, and you don't know who the fuck Richard Petty is, which I'm sure a lot of people don't know, and not everybody's a big NASCAR fan. How would you Achilles, Gus, do you know who Richard Petty? How would you describe him to somebody? Like, it's like if Tua was out there and Dan Marino had his back. I don't know, maybe. A much more decorated Dan Marino, because Richard Petty won everything.
He's like I don't want to say he's like Michael Jordan, but in essence he is, because he was one of the best and now he owns the team.
Yeah, he's exactly. That's a good comparison. So you even had this guy who has seen it all up in front and center, wearing a mask, by the way, which I thought was cool, and everybody, following the social distancing. It was just a great moment, man. It was like, it was awesome, yo. And NASCAR got a ton of new fans, a ton of new people that tune in to watch a race on a Monday. And by the way, the ending of the race was bananas. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. It was like 0.007 second difference or something crazy like that.
The cars are like this close, going into the finish line. Like, two crashes, one on each side.
Yeah.
Third place car crossed the finish line backwards. Like, that's how fucking nuts it was, okay?
That's awesome.
My first race that I watched on my own, like through my own, like, I want to see this. I was getting turned on to NASCAR in the mid 2000s when I was in the military. And my boy got me into it. He sat down, watched a couple of races with me, real hardcore guy. And he was telling me, he's like, look, I was like, yo, it's just a bunch of people turning left, And he's like, no, there's a whole strategy, broke down the things. So anyway, I watched, I think it was the 2007 or 8 Daytona 500. That was the first time. I knew Jeff Gordon. That was my dude. But I also knew a lot of people didn't like Jeff Gordon because he was too city, I guess. He wasn't Southern enough. So I was like, yeah, that's like me. If I was a race car driver, I would have fit in. But, I'd gravitate towards him. So I watched that race, and it had a photo finish like that, and a car, I think Clint Boyer's car, crossed the finish line on fire on its roof, sliding through the finish line. It was like a horrible fucking accident, all this shit at the last race. And to me, I was like, well, that's the race you want to see for the first time. So I think yesterday you also had that moment. You had a lot of people that had never watched a sick ending to a race. Then you had the moment after the race with Bubba and the fans. I just thought, you know what, man, I'm not going to sit here and point out all these idiots that are calling it stupid stuff. Yo, I think yesterday NASCAR won. I thought they handled everything good or well.
For sure.
And they definitely won. They won the PR thing. They won the Boss You Want to Work For award. They won everything that you could possibly. I mean, am I wrong, or how do you feel about that, Gus?
No, I'm sure that's accurate. You know what I mean? I just hope that they're not being disingenuous with, backing Bubba just so that they can win in the PR thing. You know what I mean? I hope it's a genuine thing, because we need genuine change.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's always we want to see proactiveness, not reactiveness. That's always the thing. But I think they've had this guy's back. Like, he came out and said the thing about the flags. They took care of that. They and then some jerk flew a freaking. Did you see they flew
a crop duster?
With the flag said defund NASCAR.
Yeah, with the Confederate flag. Yeah,
dude, that happened at a Burnley game where Burnley fans flew a White Lives Matter banner during the game in England.
In England.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
like, the only time that those kind of airplane messages are acceptable is when you're flying one over FSU, saying fire whoever FSU's coach is at the time. That's the only time that's acceptable.
Send nudes, always a good one too.
Send nudes
with like your phone number.
But you have to spell it NOODS, because I want noodles.
So if for those of you watching, tune in, tell us what you thought about it, man. Did NASCAR win? Did Bubba Wallace win? Or maybe you think differently, man. Tell us what you think in the thoughts in the comments there, man. Let us know. I feel like I said, I feel like it's a win. I thought they handled it great. I think Bubba comes out looking right. He did everything he needed to do, man. And I can only imagine, man, it's been a shitty week for the guy. I'm not gonna say shitty.
Imagine the real threats that he's been getting, him and his family and all his friends have been getting. Where one of your friends sees something like that, of course they're gonna freak out because they've probably seen some really heinous shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it makes sense that you're like, and you freak out about something like that, even if it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. I don't know about Achilles or Gus. I've never gotten a death threat. I've been fortunate. But you know who has gotten death threats like crazy this week? Bubba Wallace, man. People were really pissed off. Like, how fucking dare you? How can you do this? So it just shows you, man, there's still a lot that needs to happen. And there's a lot of, things going on in this world, man. But again, we're making that progress, man. And every week that we do this show and every episode that we do, I always say the same thing, man, which is every week the conversations are going. Like, all this stuff is actually creating change in small doses. It's not going to be like snap your fingers and, turn on a switch and everything is fixed. But man, it's really it's making those changes. People are having those conversations. And shout out to my in-laws this week for I spent Father's Day with my father-in-law, and man, I really, really appreciated, and I really, really enjoyed. We had a discussion about race and what was going on and things that made us uncomfortable that you would have avoided for the longest time. We talked about politics. We talked about religion. We talked about a lot of stuff, and we had a really, at times, a little tense. The discussion, but man, it was good, and props to them for staying positive and learning. I learned stuff from them, what they told me, and they learned stuff from me. And I think that's what everybody needs right now. Don't go online. Don't start calling this guy Smollett. Don't start going with the negative, man. You're like, stop, celebrate the good, understand what happened. It's not everybody's not against you, man. Like, don't fucking celebrate the wrong things here, man. Like, really talk about it.
Yeah, I want to show here. My boy Gianni says that a friend of his has been working for NASCAR 11 years and posted something earlier. He said that NASCAR has been supporting folks being themselves forever, not just for an opportunity in this moment. And I can see that because I remember when Danica Patrick came into NASCAR and she was embraced. You know what I mean? She was embraced fully and by NASCAR at least. So there was still a lot of douchebag NASCAR fans out there.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that's true. That's a good point.
Okay, my mouse just died, so hold on.
They're having problems today, bro.
Bro. Hold on. I got the backup trackpad here, so I gotta figure this out. But go ahead, continue your conversation. Don't mind me. I can't.
Oh man, live TV, folks.
Yeah,
that is, man.
You don't really need your mouse. You can just talk. Anyways, so I actually was listening to the MLS podcast. What's it called again? I forget what it's called. It's a really good
extra time, right?
Yeah, extra time. It's a really good. If you're into MLS, if you want to learn a little bit about MLS, I highly suggest that podcast. They're pretty entertaining. They're good guys. And so today they had on somebody from the newly formed MLS Black Coalition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Achilles, have you heard about that at all?
Yeah, one of our players, Ray Gaddis, is one of the board members.
Awesome. So
he's a big part of it coming together.
Mm-hmm. That's cool, man. So I think that's a good step for MLS. I don't know if any other leagues in the United States have that, right? Like I can't think of any like if NBA has. I don't think NBA has a Black Coalition or NFL or anything. They just have a regular NFLPA. Yeah. So I think that mainly what they're fighting for is to help change outside, like in society, in the broader society aspect. Not just MLS.
It's like a like you said, like it's a whole thing. It's not just we need to make life better for us only.
Exactly.
MLS players.
It's how can they use their platform to help society in a broader scope, and I think that's really great. So
yeah, for sure, it's cool.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. Really figuring out how to use their platform for something great like that, and let's see what comes of it. I was pretty interested in hearing what they had to say. Edwin.
Yes, I did. No, I thought it was very good. I was letting you guys know I'm fixing this issue here. But no, I thought the coalition, and I want to see more of it. I actually want to see other sports, man. Bro, NBA, you got a lot of power, man. That's a player-driven league. Why not, man? Do something like really take advantage of these opportunities right now to start talking about this stuff. Now, with that being said, though, there are some people. I'm gonna be fair, man. There are some people out there that are talking about, like even a little too much extreme. You know what I mean? And on both sides there that are like really going back and forth. And again, man, you can't just like go you sit down, man.
That's why this Black Coalition organization, it really allows them to have like one message. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff, like the whole thing that happened with Kyrie, saying, "Oh no, we can just start our own league," while other players are like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" Like that stuff, and it's less likely to happen if you have an organization where everybody can just, like fall under an umbrella, I guess, or
Yeah.
really like voice
Organize
it.
your message for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like I said, I want to see more of it. I
Mhm.
thought something else that came out this week, or this weekend. I don't remember the day that it was. Do I have a date on it here? But anyway, one of my, I think I have this guy on my top 5 quarterbacks of all time. You know me.
Okay.
You know, I got my top 5s, and we've I know we've done it. Um, I got my boy. I usually have Marino,
Mhm.
Peyton, Brady, and Brett Favre is the guy that I got up there with Elway. That's another
Cool.
one. So, Brett Favre, bro. I don't know if you saw or you heard. He was on. I don't know what it was. Was he on TMZ or I don't know. He was doing some live feed or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know where he said his quote.
Yeah, I have the quotes here, and I thought this was really, again, man, this is what we're talking about. These are the
Mhm.
conversations. These are the positive things he wrote. He said it's not easy for a guy his age, referring to Kaepernick, black or white, Hispanic, whatever, to stop something that you've always dreamed of doing and put it on hold, maybe forever, for something that you believe in. Favre said, which is, man, like that little line right there is just, wow, this is what I've been saying for the longest time. Like, yo, don't get mad at the dude. Like, think about what he's giving up. You know, whether you agree or not, but he's willing to give up. Just hear him out. Don't be blinded by the action. Listen to what he's doing. And then he compared. He said, I can only think of right off the top of my head, Pat Tillman is another guy that did something similar, Favre said. And we regard him as a hero, so I'd assume that the hero status will be stamped with Kaepernick as well. And I agree, man. I think Brett Favre, dude. I like that. We need more people like that. More guys that get it, talking about it, using your thing, you know, using your platform, your voice. Say what, you know, what's out there, man. We need to have these discussions. We need to keep doing these things. And for Favre to come out there and say that, man, yo, I'm going to buy some Copper Fit now. You know what I mean? I gotta get some of his stuff, man. You know, what's the micro trim? Is that the
Is it the Noroko?
groomer?
Yeah, the Philip Noroko one.
Yeah, he has one of those little groomers, man. You know, and it's just, like he's got all his endorsements. But yo, props to Brett Favre, man, and hopefully we continue to see more of this stuff because we honor Pat Tillman, man.
Yeah.
Yo, again, that was the shit that the military fucked up too, man. Don't forget, you know, they tried to make him out as this bigger hero when it was something else, and you know, but hey, he did sacrifice, and that's the important thing, man. He sacrificed his playing career for something he felt strongly. He wanted to go serve his country. Kaepernick wanted to bring light to something, you know, and hey, both honorable causes. Both, I'm sure, if both of them, you know, if Tillman was still alive, I'm pretty sure he'd, you know, be on the same side as Kaepernick because of the similarities in their stories. So, you know, props to Brett Favre. I wanted to point that out, man. I like when I see stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
You know? Am I getting too political here or what?
Who cares?
Too social.
It's the hot thing right now, man.
It's the right thing. It's the right thing. It's the right thing.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, you know, if you don't like it, too bad. Get over it. It's what
Yeah.
we're talking about right now.
Exactly, bro. Let's see. We got a comment here. Been watching the Shop episodes on HBO recently, and they were having a lot of great convos about a lot of stuff from before any of the recent situations. Worth the rewatch for great perspectives. Yeah, man. Gianni, thank you, bro.
Cool.
Legit. I watched. I know last week I said I was gonna watch. What was the movie?
Remember the Titans?
I haven't gotten around to it, bro.
It's okay. I forgot to watch what you told me to watch.
You got Uncut Gems on your to watch list.
Uncut Gems.
It was good.
I
saw it. I you know what it is? I think it had so much hype, so my expectations were kind of warped when I went to go see it in the theater. So like I watched it and I liked it, but I'm like, what was everyone talking about? It was a good flick, but like, breaks, bro.
Yes. Okay, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I want to ask you two things about it, though, without spoiling anything of the movie for Gus. Number one, I went into watching that movie after a long day of work, and I had real bad anxiety, and then I went into watching that movie.
Bad move,
right?
Bad
okay.
move.
It had me, like, the whole movie. I'm like,
For sure.
So, Gus, just go in there, not after, you know, have that in your mind when you go to watch the movie. Just be ready just to, like, okay. Secondly, Achilles, have you ever watched or listened to the old Adam Sandler CDs and shit? Like when he does it with his grandma and he's like, "Oh, you gotta play with your cock and balls" and all that stuff. Right? You ever listen to any of his old shit?
Yeah.
Because his character, I feel, sounds just like the shit he used to make fun of. When he used to do those other things. So if you're not as familiar with it, like I want Gus to
those accents.
I thought it was fucking like that shit had me rolling. Every time he talked, I'm like, yo, it's grandma.
But it's funny, like I remember Jamie Foxx used to do impersonations of what's this guy's name, the singer? Georgia, like
Ray
Charles. And he would do it like to be funny, but then they made a serious movie out of it.
Yeah.
and he won an Oscar.
Yeah, man.
Hey, speaking of, is it true that he's like getting in shape to do a Tyson?
He's already in pretty sick shape.
Shit, I think I saw. Yeah, I saw the story somewhere. I didn't click on it, but yeah, that he's getting shape, and he's already got the talk, because it's spinal, and
exactly.
I'm not fading.
That's another one. He's done Tyson impersonations before, and it's always hilarious. But this movie is gonna be like a serious biopic about Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Faded to Bolivia. Bro, what is it? All right, better Tyson one-liner: fade into Bolivia or spinal? Which one was better?
They're all insane, dude.
I love fade into Bolivia. I love it, but spinal, just the word spinal, like the way he says it.
Spinal.
He like he puts such an emphasis on it. Spinal, like.
So you hurt your back? Spinal. Back. I know what it is. Like, so you hurt your back? It's like, my back is broken. I broke my back. So
is it a vertebrae or something?
Spinal.
So good.
I think the back and forth with Spinal was great, but man, the delivery of Fade into Bolivia, like he owned it, yo. Like the context of it was just so good. And you could see it, like, yo, I just kicked this guy's ass so hard, I made him fade into Bolivia. It's like he bled, bro. Fuck it.
Oh my god, it would have been better if the guy was like from Ecuador.
For real, dude. Like, oh shit, hold on. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, I thought it was just come on, bro. Those are classic one-liners. But yeah, he's got that movie coming out. I think there was some other movie flick that I saw that I wanted to mention, but now it's escaping my mind. But I haven't seen Remember Titans. I will try to get to it this week. I did see where I fell asleep before and then woke up to while the missus was watching it. It was the 13th thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Netflix, which was really fuck, man.
Great dog.
I don't know how like some people still question what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, yo, watch that, man. Like, just tune into that. It's really good.
You could watch that, and like somebody will be like, "Oh, this is fake news."
Truth is relative, unfortunately, where fact is not. So, someone believes something's true. That's it. Unfortunately,
that's true. Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Damn, bro. Just thinking about Mike Tyson again and just fading into Bolivia is just so
all those terrifying videos he puts on Twitter of like he's still got it, dude. Like it's scary stuff.
Yeah, man.
Dude, like he can still move.
Oh man, damn.
It's crazy that he can still move like that at plus 50 years old.
You see why he was so good, because like he was smaller than everyone, but it didn't matter because he can just move so well.
Mm-hmm.
Easily my favorite boxer of all time. I know he wasn't the most polished. I know he couldn't go deep into a fight, but fuck, dude. There was very few things that could get you so jacked up like the anticipation of the start of a fucking Tyson fight, man.
Yeah.
Tyson fight when it's about to go down, it's about to start. Like that was some of the most intense, like those opening rounds where he's just coming out and he's doing that little those black shorts, man.
Yeah.
No frill, nothing, bro. Just go out there and pound it, dude.
You know what? I'm putting that's easily in the top 5 hardest shits in sports ever, bro. Like that's one of the hardest looks you can do, bro. The Tyson black shorts, bro. Serious, like, come on, man. That dude comes out there and he used to have that little fucking that T-shirt that with no sleeves on, and he just threw over himself.
Like a Bill Belichick style shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat your children.
That was the problem, bro. When he talked, that's what shit went down.
It was a part of it. He's the most terrifying human in the world, and he talked like that.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, I remember watching those Tyson fights. I love it when I catch like, oh, damn, there's no more ESPN Classic, right? Like that channel closed.
Really? I don't think so.
I'd have no idea. But like I said, if you have the ESPN Plus, they have like a shocking amount of boxing like archived.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. I think it's I used to watch ESPN Classic, and I know they never transitioned ESPN Classic to HD. So I know that for years after, while all the other ESPN channels, that one still had to scroll for it. It wasn't in like your little jumbled channels on the HD tier of your cable package.
It wasn't even a part of the sports area. It was just like, it's over there somewhere.
Yeah, it's like if you're Uverse, all the ESPN.
Yeah, they put it all together. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was in the 600. It didn't have the HD coding at the beginning, so it was like, oh, fuck, man. All right. Yeah. So I never got around to it, but I used to love it because they used to have a bunch of good stuff, and they used to do this thing, 10 Reasons Why. That was I don't know if you ever watched those shows. Where Brian was it Brian Kenny? I think it was him. He was like the big boxing guy. Max Kellerman is the big boxing guy.
That's how he got started, and then he transitioned into First Take. But before that, he was purely boxing guy.
Yeah, and he but they used to do this thing, top 10 reasons why, and they would tell you why Mike Tyson was the best, and it was always weird shit, and it was super interesting. And late at night, they used to do this in the ring thing with Bert Sugar. That guy's like, I don't know if you know who Bert Sugar is. He's the old guy. He's like the newspaper reporter. He's got like the little press thing on his hat, and he wears the fedora. He's like, I'll tell you, that guy, Mike Tyson guy. I saw him fight Muhammad Ali in the backyard behind a New York City strip mall. Like he just had all this weird shit that he was. But bro, that guy was just awesome to watch, and I don't even know if Bert Sugar's still alive, bro. That's how old that is.
You know who he reminds me of? Remember the barber shop and Coming to America, the old Jewish guy?
Yeah, exactly. Let me see. Is he still Bert Sugar? Here we go. Let's see. We'll find out, man. First to report here.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
He's been dead for about 8 years. Holy crap!
Oof.
First report. Yeah, good work. Good work on top of that story, bro.
Man, dude, I kind of get upset because I'm looking at a picture of him, bro. Oh God, it's so good. He's just so Bert Sugar. No, there was like one thing that kind of upsets me. Like Miami has such a good history when it comes to like boxing. The Miami Beach Fifth Street. Fucking Muhammad Ali used to live not far from me here in
where he got started, bro.
Like, Liberty City or he lived just not too far from here. His house is still there. People own it. Like you can go and see that. I think that's like so freaking fascinating, And I don't feel like like it's that. Celebrated. Does that make sense?
Miami's not a history place, unfortunately. It's so fast. Like the evolution's always so fast with everything Miami. Like it's hard.
Look at that.
That guy gets it, bro.
That guy right there. That guy gets it, bro.
He worked when like the writers were on trains with baseball players and they'd all get super drunk in between traveling between games for sure.
That guy knew Babe Ruth. He was buddies with him, bro. And Babe Ruth for so long. So shout out to Bert Sugar there, man. He rest in peace. First reported. But hold on, let me get his picture out of my vision here. I'm gonna keep looking at it and want to do a bad accent, and I want to embarrass him. But no, I used to love that guy, Brian Kenny, those guys on ESPN, man. ESPN Classic was a favorite channel, man.
Who was the announcer that was talking to interviewing Floyd Mayweather, and he told him, if I was 20 years younger, I'd whoop your ass.
Oh God, I don't remember. Yeah, but he was like the HBO guy forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that guy.
Oh God, I wish you would just fucking take one swing. I would, bro. If there's a few people on the list of I wish they just got like randomly mollywopped by a stranger somewhere and there was video of it. Like God, there's some guys that would that definitely deserve. Like, I would love to see a video of Sidney Crosby just walking in the street and just some guy,
Bro, that happened to
Sidney Crosby.
an Eagles guy.
Oh, it
Dallas
was
Gobbard, I think his name is.
Oh,
no.
yeah, I heard he
You
got
see that?
at a bar in like South.
And you know what it was? No, I saw a headline of it, and it said "Florida Man." You can't escape Florida Man in South Dakota. He's still
That's
gonna
awesome.
find you and get into some shit.
Nice.
That's
No,
awesome.
that was crazy, man. That video is pretty wild. Like, it's messed up, dude. Yeah, like the guy's just standing there and just bomb, just completely out of nowhere, completely knocked the dude out. It was crazy. But yeah, when I saw that headline, it's like Florida Man assaults. I'm like, how? It was a bar in South Dakota. How did Florida Man infiltrate there?
Who goes to South Dakota is what I want to know. Like, if you're not already there, who goes there?
Mount Rushmore, right? That's like the thing to see there.
Yeah, it is there.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it is there. I guess we own everything, dude. Florida, you know, but
It's just shocking that Florida. You're never out of the reach of the craziness that is Florida Man.
Let's do it. You know what? If we ever cover a game out of state, the first game we ever cover out of state, the title is gonna be Florida Man covers whatever game.
I'm all on board for that, man. Going back to the thing I was saying about like Miami and having this really rich boxing history that we don't really tap into.
Well, like there's a super rich like Motown kind of music. There's a lot of stuff that just everything's always happening so quick that it just kind of gets overlooked, man.
Every 10 years, the city changes.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, and radically, not just like, oh, it's no, it's like it was like this. Now it's 100% different.
Yeah, we're always replacing it, and with that, I've mentioned it before. There's an account on Instagram that I really like following. Shout out to my boy Abel. I'm actually trying to get him on the show. I'm thinking about maybe reaching out to him and seeing if he wants to be. This guy is like an authoritarian. Wait, is that the right word?
No, authority. No. You do not want to be an authoritarian.
I don't want to be an authoritarian. At least I caught myself before, you guys make a clip of me fucking it up. But he's an authority on a lot of Miami sports, Miami OG culture, old school stuff. And he's always posting it. If you follow it, Miami Stadium on IG, it's a great follow. You learn a lot of shit, man. Recently, he posted about Ted Williams having his I think it was his, like a woman that he dated or he was with for a while, lived in Mendoza Street or something, not in Coral Gables or something like that. And how they were auctioning off letters that he used to write to her when he was in the war, dropping fucking bombs on in Korea and shit like that, dude. Fuck, bro, those are some men back then, bro. Damn. Anyway, but yeah, he's always posting up really, really fresh stuff, man. And I fucking learn a lot. And his whole thing started because the guy has a huge love for this old baseball stadium that we used to have here that was torn down about 20 years ago. I think it was like 2001 or something. Miami Stadium, which was the minor league baseball home for like the Orioles in the 80s and for the Dodgers. Like Babe Ruth. Do you realize Babe fucking Ruth has played in Miami? He's even played at Flamingo Park in Miami Beach. Like, yo, I get that the Yankees have Yankee Stadium, and that's an obvious thing. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, we have all this history, bro. Jackie Robinson has played here, man. Ted Williams, Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, all these great fucking ball players have all crossed through here, man. And they played at this stadium. This was a beautiful stadium in its heyday. Very, really intimate stadium. It had this really cool arching canopy, or I forget what they call that architecture style, whatever it was. But anyway, the guy's always posting up really cool shit. He learns a lot, and I kind of get mad because, when they tore the stadium down, I was my late teens. I was like 19, I think it was. And
by the way, I don't like that. I don't like that 2001 is 20 years ago. I don't like that.
Oh yeah,
that makes me feel bad.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
it's fuck, dude. But anyway, I see these. I see this stuff, and I kind of kick myself in the ass because I didn't know about it. I didn't have anybody back then telling me like, yo, you should go check this shit out before they tear it down or stuff. You kind of always assume this stuff is there. Like the 5th Street Gym in Miami Beach, that's been torn down. What's it called? The stadium is torn down. All these artifacts and all these things. Was it?
Yep.
But I think it's really cool. And if you missed out on it in the past, or if you didn't even know it was there, follow the guy's account, man. It's always good, bro. Really indulge yourself in all this stuff, man. Because I really, as a baseball fan, as like such a hardcore baseball fan, I really kicked myself in the ass for never having gone to really take in Miami Stadium and shit like that. I do remember Miami Marine Stadium. Do you remember that?
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. But do you remember it like in its heyday before it became this abandoned thing that's now being rehabilitated and now?
Oh.
See, I remember going to see boat races there in the 80s as a kid. Like that was like
cool.
a fucking cool thing. Same thing like the Grand Prix. There used to be a Grand Prix of
that was awesome. I went to that.
Grand Prix racing fucking Formula One cars through downtown Miami.
Bro, they're supposed to be bringing that back.
Yeah.
Oh no, it got moved to Hard Rock.
Yeah, it's gonna be at Hard Rock. It's not gonna be downtown, but
but there's
downtown.
There's still people complaining about it. Baby being up there, maybe they'll bring it back down to downtown. A few years ago, they had an electric race in downtown.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Formula E.
That's super tight. But anyway, sticking with the baseball and the history and all this stuff, man. Fuck, yo, Babe Ruth played down here, bro. I can't fathom that, man. Like,
the Colossus of Clout.
Colossus of Clout. Man, it's so fucked up. I think now at the site of the stadium is an apartment complex, and the only memory of the stadium is like they put a plaque or something at the entrance. I think the apartment complex is called Miami Stadium Apartments or something like that. They named it after the stadium, and there's like a placard that honors it. Roberto Clemente there, man. All these fucking great important people. It's so
like at St. Thomas, they that's where the 73 Dolphins practiced.
Yeah,
they'll have a goalpost, and they have the little coaches tower where Shula used to go, and they have that stuff still there to commemorate it.
It's so cool that there's so much history, bro. I love that.
You gotta keep some of those things, man. Like Miami is just every time something gets old, they do away with it. Instead of keeping it around and refurbishing it or making it or keeping its structural integrity and all that shit, they just fucking get rid of things, man.
What's the oldest Miami thing still around? Is it like Freedom Tower? Is that like our relic we're holding on to?
Maybe, yeah. That sounds
even that old? I don't even know if Freedom Tower is that old.
Freedom Tower is pretty old, yeah.
Sorry, man. We just need more of it, bro. Because fuck, you're in Philly, yo.
Where it's only history.
It's like everywhere you look, it's just...
Or like where I live, it's like, oh, it's just some random neighborhood in South Philadelphia. And the other day I was reading a book about the creation of the Constitution. I was like, oh yeah, George Washington just stayed there for like a month before he decided to go up to, Independence Hall, blah, blah, blah. So like everything here, there's been something crazy and important happen on every square inch of this city. It's nuts, dude.
That's awesome.
And Rocky. Rocky.
The most famous person is also fictional.
Yes. Damn, man.
Just like Miami, though. Scarface.
I came at him with Babe Ruth. He hit me with George Washington. Like damn. That's how you.
Because like I said, like the area is called Gray's Ferry, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't know what that means. And it like a month later, it happened to be in a book I was reading. It's like, oh yeah, Gray's Ferry was very important because pom 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 pom. It's like, all right, sweet, man.
Love that.
Biltmore's pretty old.
Biltmore's pretty old.
Biltmore,
Johnny's coming in with Churchill's. We want to celebrate nice things, not.
Hey man, that's an institution, all right?
Yeah, bro. Don't shit on Churchill's, man.
It is. I'm just clowning it though. Man.
How dare you?
I love that meme that's every once in a while you see it go around. It says if you've survived Churchill's, you'll survive Churchill's bathroom, and they show you a picture of it. It's just fucking wrecked. You can survive Corona, you can survive whatever horrible apocalypse is coming.
Facts.
Big facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like you got all that history in Philly. Hopefully we get some of that here. But sticking with the baseball history here that we got, and fucking Babe Ruth, bro. I can't believe that, man. Anyway,
we're never gonna get into a new topic because you keep saying Babe Ruth and it's derailing you, dude.
We're glossing over Babe Ruth that he.
No one's glossing over it
here, man. I could walk to where Babe Ruth used to play. Maybe not at this time of night, but
he used to play lots of places, man.
Huh?
He used to play in lots of places.
I don't know, bro. He hit a damn home run here, man. Anyway, so baseball's back. All right, baseball's back.
All right.
at the last. So here's the thing. Last week I gave it, or for the last few weeks, I gave it a 0% and steady, even 0% chance of it restarting. It's back.
Beat it, man.
Yeah, like it doesn't make it. He just said, "Yeah, no, it's happening." Like, well, then what was the point of talking this whole time if you were just going to pull that move anyway?
Right?
All about money. It was.
I understand that, but if
So
they
everything
had
else.
that card, they could have started like a month ago.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing, and this was the owners saying, "Yo, we don't want to play 80 games or 100 games because we're going to lose money. We'd rather lose money at 60 games, and ideally, they wanted to lose money at 50 games."
Mm-hmm.
So, I think they're still far away because they've agreed to the deal of the financial, which was the original deal that they had made back in March, which is the one the players stood their ground on. But again, they've stood their ground. They did this whole big fight for it, but. Man, it's nobody really wins here. The players got what they wanted, in essence, but nobody really wins here. They lost baseball. They're losing a whole season here. Now, because of this decision, they're talking about now they're going to be able to file some type of grievance coming into next season, which is all but assuring either a work stoppage, either a strike or a lockout. I think by the end of 2021, I think they said, or something like that. Mm-hmm. So it's dark days for baseball, but the news at hand is that they've agreed to this new deal, fully prorated salaries, 60 games, and they got some other little rules sprinkled in. But the idea is they want to start July 20-something, less than about a month away.
That was July 1st.
No, that's like spring.
That's spring training part 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The actual season to start off would be end of July, and they want to do something like 60 games in 66 days or something like that. It's like they're packing in a lot of baseball into a little bit of time.
It's like TNT, NBA playoffs.
Yeah. 40
games in 40 nights.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be real intense, but there's still they really haven't figured out the safety protocols yet.
Can we get EJ to call some games then?
Well, I know it's a problem with the Phillies. They've had 2 separate, big clumps of positive tests. Yeah. Just them. It's happening all over sports.
Man. Clemson had 23 players, bro.
Yeah.
Oh! Did you see
Djokovic and Jokic getting sweaty with each other? Everyone in that thing, it's pretty crazy. They're really trying to start stuff up again, but
and
I don't care what your bubble is, man. It's gonna be tough.
The Novak Djokovic. Is that the one you just mentioned, or was that Jokic?
Yeah. Well, Jokic was there, and he also tested positive.
Oh, what a sapingo, bro! Bro, I like Joker. I like Djokovic. He's a beast. He's a baller. And a few years ago, when he was down here for the Miami Open, Cindy actually went to a private event and actually spoke to him and talked. It was a business thing, and he's very particular about his fitness, his diet, and everything, which. Fucking blows my mind for a guy who will not eat anything processed and is super vegan and super this stuff and super, careful for this to fucking do something like this, man. How are you gonna sit there, invite all these people over, do this big tournament, and have no safety precautions, and then all of a sudden he issues a thing like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got everybody's thing."
Yeah.
My bad.
Bro, when you make Nick Kyrgios seem like the fucking normal voice of reason, you fucked up.
Yeah. Yes.
Do I have let me see. Do I have I think I may have it. Yeah, he wrote, here's his message. He wrote, we're back at Belgrade and I've tested positive for COVID-19 as well as Jelena. The kids have tested negative. We'll remain in self-isolation for the next 15 days and repeat the test in 5 days. I'm deeply sorry our tournament has caused harm. Shut up. Everything the organizers and I did this past month, we did with pure heart and sincere intentions and no fucking foresight and no acknowledging the fact that there was an actual pandemic and you shouldn't be doing stupid shit. I'm not even going to read.
And like I said, they showed video of after, they were all at the club with the shirts off, hanging out, just partying. Just bro, what are you doing? Come on.
That's that come mierda culture, bro. That's going on.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that's the same thing that's happening here in Florida, and that's why
everywhere
where it is now. Yeah,
man, and I saw with their soccer, the Orlando Pride withdrew from the cup,
and half of the star players are like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
So
like every day there's something new coming out of that NWSL Challenge Cup or whatever it is that's not been positive news.
yeah, and bro, if it's happening to the women and they're having that, it's going to be happening to the men too. Hopefully MLS. Hopefully you. First of all, hopefully you're staying safe. Don't be messing around and getting sick here.
Bruh. I leave to go to the grocery store and literally that's it.
hopefully you're staying safe, and hopefully we can get this tournament cup that they're going to do in Orlando, because the premise of it seems really cool. That's a great way to get everybody back.
Yeah, World Cup style tournament, man.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, man.
Great idea to get everybody into it again. But again, man, I'm really worried about this pandemic.
Well, look, Atlanta has 2 positive tests, and Inter got 1.
Yeah.
That's just like right when they started doing full team training again.
Exactly. And, again, you can take care of yourself, but there's, sapingos out there that keep fucking it up, throwing parties and tournaments and shit. And people go there and then they go see you and they don't tell you about it.
Who do you think is going to win?
Huh?
Who do you think is going to win the MLS tournament?
Philly, bro, all day, baby. Union.
Not even dude. We're like every story that comes out about, like, this is just completely objectively, like every story that comes out is like, yeah, man, Philly's, they're like up there, top 4, top 5, gonna win this thing. Or it's like, oh, players to watch. There's 2 Philly guys. Like we, like it was what 0-1-1 start to the season, but it was, it was exciting stuff before everything went to crap, especially with that LAFC game that went 3-3. It was bananas.
Undefeated, never lost the rest of them. So hopefully MLS gets this kickoff thing, because I think that's really cool, and I think that's a great way to get the fans excited and get them into it. Here's my idea for baseball. If baseball figures this health thing, right, and they're like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get people, we're gonna do this whole 60 days, and there's no interruption or major interruption that's gonna derail the season. There's gonna be players that are gonna get sick, players that are gonna get injured, and players that are gonna just self-isolate and say, yo, I'm not worth it for me, But think about this. Baseball. Everybody's home right now. And hopefully our boy, Rob Manfred, is listening, because I know he's a fan of the show. And hopefully he's listening. Jeter, I know I sent him a message. I tweeted at him. I told him to listen to the show, because I had a really good idea, and I think this would really bring fans in, okay?
Okay.
But how many people are unemployed right now? Like 40 million, right?
All of them.
Everybody, right? There's a ton of people at home. This is the summer. There's no school. I think there's no summer school. If anything, everything is instructional online and stuff like that. There's a lot of people home right now, right? If you're going to do these 60 games in 60 days or whatever, don't be doing this bullshit 7:00 p.m. start time, bro.
Yeah, just do it all day. Bro,
every hour there should be a baseball game starting at noon. At noon, hey, Mike Trout's going to, first pitch in the Mike Trout game. 1:00. Marlins first pitch. 2:00. The Braves are starting. 3 p.m. Let's go back to the West Coast. It's a 12 p.m. start over there. Let's get the Giants going. Imagine if for 70 days you had nonstop baseball. It's almost like March Madness. Where you're the first couple of first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's going to be TV contract stuff, like who owns the rights. The tournament can do that because Turner owns 47 TV stations. I don't know if
but most of these baseball games are being played on these FS networks.
Well, that's the thing; it's all local anyway. So
and
you can start them all at the same time, technically.
As much as I've enjoyed watching replays of the Marlins 97 World Series over and over and over, and I've rewatched every no-hitter that the Marlins have done, I've been enjoying all the nostalgia flashbacks and everything they're doing. I would love to just be able to 12 o'clock, Wednesday, boom. 1 o'clock, Thursday, boom. Monday, oh shit, 2 o'clock, let's go. Bam. Like, bro, that would be so cool to just have baseball on all day. Because again, it's local. And they're going to have these things. But what are they showing on the local at this time? Nothing. So I think it's very, very doable. Manfred, you're welcome. I just solved the big issue for you. Okay? I'm not even charging you, bro. Just make it happen. All right? This is pro bono work here. I'm doing this for free. All right? That's how pro bono works, right?
Yes.
For free. Okay. Pro boner. I know. Pro sponer here. This is pro sponer.
Pro boner authoritarian, this guy.
Yeah,
I like it.
Pro sponer authoritarian over here, okay? That's how I roll. So no charge. Just make it happen. I want to be on my lunch break at work, and I want to be like, you know what? Boom, I want to watch some Marlins. All right, hey, let's see the Yankees Red Sox at 2 p.m. on a Thursday. Why not, bro? I don't want to see no night games. I want to see the boys. Plus, sunshine, good for you. Proven fact. Sunshine is good for you. So
even if you're just looking at sunshine through TV.
Looking at it. Exactly, bro.
Yes.
It's like one of those affective disorder lamps, but on your television.
And also, man, think about it. There's a lot of dads out there with their sons and their daughters that are baseball fans, and they're home, bro. It's a lot easier to sit down at 2:00 in the afternoon and watch a game together than it is at 7:00 when you're having dinner and you're trying to compete with everything else, bro. There's a whole block of time from 12 to like 7 that you can knock out so many games every day, and that's a way. Because here's the thing. It's going to go dark for baseball next season. It's going to go bad with this potential work stoppage. This is going to be some serious shit. And right now, you're the last league to figure it out. You were the first one. You had the opportunity to be the first one to figure it out. You fucked it up. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Everybody hates baseball right now. If you didn't like baseball before, you definitely don't like it now because now you're like, oh, it's a boring game and this and that. And now they're greedy. Like, fuck them. They don't care. Right? But now's your chance. You put on baseball every day as a premium. Bam, 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 bam. People are going to start watching it. That's how you start winning some fans back. And, bro, just make it happen, bro. You're welcome. What do you think, Gus? Am I onto something here, or is this one of my hot takes?
No, sure, man. I like it. I'll go with it.
Damn, I was hoping a little better than, yeah, sure, I like it. I'll go with it.
I'm excited.
Well, my heart out in that one, Gus.
MLS tournament is doing one morning game and then nothing during the day because it's too hot in Florida. And then staggered starts at night, so like 3 games a night.
Okay.
For the group stage.
That's fine, and that's also a smaller, sample.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was just saying of like they have a plan already out there how it's going to be
man.
Timed out and everything. So
let's see how baseball. What? Let's see how baseball figures it out.
No, they'll fuck it up.
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to be like 1 game a week. Yeah. That's all you're getting.
Yeah. Tune in 10 p.m. start time. Fuck that, bro. I'm not watching those. As much as I love, what was it? How do they call it? Late night with the fish when it comes to the morning. I love late night with the fish, but right now this is not the season to do it, man. Not to mention, let me ask you, man. How do you guys feel? Well, basketball at least had a good chunk of its season, so they're essentially just chopping off a piece of the regular season and going into the playoffs. Hockey, the same. Soccer is different, but baseball with this like mashed up tiny season, like, does this count? Like, do you? Nope. No, right? Like, this is just it's for entertainment purposes, right? This is like
I don't even think like in the NBA in the future people are like, yeah, no, that doesn't count.
You don't think people are like, yo, remember, when LeBron won it in 2020? Like,
nope,
no.
That's probably the only way people will give it credit.
You think so? You think they'll give it credit? Or you think the LeBron haters will be like,
oh no, of course.
LeBron
never had to play in a truncated season. He had to play all the games.
Yeah.
That's true.
The other side,
LeBron haters will say that. LeBron haters will say that.
But then on the other side, the LeBron fans will be like, "Well, Jordan never had to play during the pandemic."
Oh, he played with the flu. He would have coughed COVID in everyone's face and won that way because he's a winner. Blah blah blah.
I dig it, dude.
Yep.
That's definitely how it'll happen, bro. I think I'm gonna be open minded to it. But it does feel like a sham kind of thing. Like I feel like it's all just exhibition.
It is what it is. And people got to get paid, man. That's more than what it is than anything. Is people are like, well, I have this contract, so
jobs.
Give me money.
What about has anybody found an answer to the soccer stadium sounds? Is that being, or maybe are they playing these stadium sounds like of the fans chanting?
I think everyone's doing something different, but I think like broadcasts are piping in their own crowd noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to know. So the players are essentially playing in silence.
I believe, like I said, I know, like, I don't know if everyone in Germany's done that, but I know, like, they've been playing music and stuff like that when they score and stuff. But I don't think there's everyone's like, all right, we've tested it. This is how we're gonna do it. It's still super new, so there's no, like I said, I watched like a few of those Korean baseball games.
Yeah,
and they had piped in just chatter. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing weirder than watching a sport broadcast and the ambient noise goes out and it's just complete silence and you just hear guys talking every once in a while. I don't know why. I guess we're just used to it already. It's the most awkward thing in the world when there's no ambient crowd noise.
It's super awkward. I like. I've been watching the Premier League. You know, obviously this weekend it started, and shout out to the Premier League, man. Black Lives Matter on the jerseys of everybody. Really, really cool move. Again, bro, this is resonating, man. Get out of your bubbles. This is resonating across the world, bro. People are noticing. So, you know, good on them.
There's been protests in other countries, like
humongous ones.
Humongous ones. Yeah,
huge.
Unlike that one.
Yeah, bro. Oh man.
All right, let's get into that. That all the tweens and K-pop kids sabotages that entire rally. That's the most hilarious thing in the world.
That was so funny.
Hysterical. I love that happened, but are we positive that really happened? That seems. Like, it just inflated the number to that million. Like, we got 1 million people to sign up for tickets. Not that everyone bought tickets or anything. They just messed up the number so much and got all these idiots to go out there and pump it up that it's going to be the greatest thing in the world. And then you show up and there's no one there because it was all fake. There was a really good thing on Twitter that I saw, like a thread from someone who's like a data analyst, and he's like, "It's real funny and everything that there was no one in the arena, but what's truly great about it is that they ruined that data set. So now that messes up campaigning, looking for money. Like that's 1 million names that you have to grab right now and just throw in a trash can somewhere because they poisoned the shit out of that data set." Absolutely, dude. Hey,
that's funny.
Victories where you can get it, man. You
know?
Yeah. I'm not gonna complain about that one, but Dan is already over here siding with the MJ. Been out there with the ventilators.
Exactly,
buddy.
Exactly.
There it is. I love
Where's
that.
Where's the lie?
No, for sure. Fuck, what was we were talking about just now? Now I'm blanking.
Tulsa.
What?
Tulsa.
So I was watching the Premier League. Chelsea came out, nice win. They were down 1-0 at the half. Aston Villa.
Bro, Captain America.
Captain America. Yeah. Shout out to Team Captain America, baby. Scoring the goals, making things happen, man. Hey, early winners of the really weird, awkward transfer window has got to be Chelsea, right? Like they've
For
just
sure, bro.
You want some? Germany, you want some? Here we go. Everywhere, and there's still more to come. All right. From what I hear, Sauce is telling me Chilwell is the next target. The left back from Leicester. That's what they want. I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. I like it. With Ziyech, Werner. Oh, and the other German kid that they want now, Kai Havertz or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the other one to see, man. Chelsea's taking advantage of everybody sleeping, and they got their medical team going out there. And,
Roman Abramovich doesn't give a fuck.
He's like, yo, give me all this Russian COVID money. Let's go, bro.
We tried this stupid shit with a bunch of kids, blah, 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 academy. Enough. I'm doing what I do as a Russian crazy person. Here's all the money. Go get the guys.
Go get the guys. Make it happen. Good for him. I'm glad we're back to flexing that financial muscle. But I was watching the game, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed and how much it made the game better. The artificial noise, the crowd noise.
Yeah, man.
Really did a number. I thought it would be weird without any fans in attendance, but I like that they kind of covered up the seats with like tarps and stuff and put like things to make it look like there was people there. In some places, I thought that was a nice touch. But yeah, man, it like you're dead on. The ambient
crowd noise makes you forget.
Yeah.
Oh, so much better, man. So much better. But
yeah, man.
That was the thing. So I saw Chelsea. I enjoyed it. It was nice to watch a real sporting event. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel a little disconnected from sports, man. I haven't had any.
To be honest, I haven't watched any of the sports since it's come.
No,
I've watched more esports stuff.
Really?
Than, real sports.
No, we're watching Barcelona today.
Yeah.
Barcelona on my boy's phone.
Yo, speaking of esports, Achilles, man, what's up? When are we gonna run some NBA 2K, man? I've gotten a lot better.
Dude, like I said,
I'm tired of playing
here for whatever reason. Like all my electronics work perfectly fine on the Wi-Fi here in my house in Philly, but my Xbox just doesn't. No, and for games only because I can stream.
Yeah,
No problem.
Grandpire.
Yeah,
logging
it's on there,
all
but
the time.
that's what I'm saying. It works, but for whatever, like I try to play Call of Duty, nothing. It's the strangest phenomenon ever.
Maybe your internet is ran by Sony, and they slow down all the Xbox.
Makes sense. I'm tired, bro. I've been getting better, man, and I'm tired of playing with these 12-year-old kids, man. Like it's so annoying every time they, you join. I was telling Gus, I'm always online by myself, right? I'm usually not with anyone else, so I'm like, all right. So I'm in the park and I'm looking for a game to get into, and I got next, and then usually whoever joins with me, they'll send me like a little invitation, like, oh, join the private chat, I guess, to talk as a team. And I join it, but I never talk because it's always little kids, bro. And I feel like such a weirdo in there, man. Like they're like, oh, man, you gotta pass the ball, man, and talking. And then I want to be in there with, like, hey, what's up, guys? And like it's a no-win situation. I can't do it. So.
That's not how we played in the 70s.
I've never been a headset guy ever for gaming. Even like back in the day, like when Xbox was like, yo, you could be online, and it was super cool. Even then, I'm like, nah, I'm not about that with the headset and like just talking to random people. It is not for me, man.
There's a guy wearing a headset talking to us right now. His video game headset, right?
Hey, man, I need it for my D&D, all right? And also for business things like Zoom. So whatever, bro.
I don't know. I used to get into it like when my old Gears of War days and even some Call of Duty back in the day. I just feel like
it's too
Counter-Strike. Huh? Counter-Strike, bro. Counter-Strike.
I feel like right now, no, it's NBA because when I played FIFA, I used to play against people all the time. And FIFA, every once in a while, I'd get like a little kid on there who would like try talking shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I actually made some friends playing FIFA on Xbox. I got people on my friends list that I would just play games with, and I'm like, yo, good game, brother. Like, yo, bro, you got me good. All right. It's like a mutual like thing. Like, hey, bro, add me there, bro. Run the game whenever you want. Okay, cool. I probably never followed up, but they're on their friends list. But in NBA 2K, it's the one game I've played that it's so clouded and crowded with kids, bro. It's just so many little kids. It's driving me nuts. I can't. I don't know if anyone else watching, if you have this trouble, with your games. It's NBA is just impossible to get a game with an adult. It's all little kids,
and adults play it too.
That's what I see everybody talking about. I'm like, yo, I see. Was it Haslam? No, not Haslam. Whiteside. He was like a big 2K player, and then he got beaten in the tournament. But everybody else, they're all balling on that shit. But a lot of people do the PS, man. I don't know. I don't fuck with PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm not an Xbox guy.
Bro, anybody watching out there? I'm just putting out a PSA here before we sign off here. We're getting ready to wrap up. Anyone out there who's got an Xbox 360 or a PS3 that's looking to get rid of it, holla at your boy. Send me a little DM.
For what? You'll get the red rings of death within like a week because those things are too old, bro.
Oh,
the new Xbox is coming out in like a month, and you want like the old version?
Hear me out, man. Hear me out. I joined these stupid Facebook groups, man. They're ruining my life. And one of the ones is I joined the college football, bro.
The NCAA
football, man. I need to play NCAA.
All those games are backwards compatible. You should be able to play them.
They're not. That's the thing.
Oh, like the server isn't.
No, nothing of it. NCAA football 2K14, and I think every incarnation of it prior is only playable on Xbox 360. It was never made for Xbox One because they made Xbox One the year after they stopped making it. And all those incarnations are not backward compatible. Now, an Xbox 360, if you have that, you can play some of the old Xbox games. But I don't want the only Xbox game that I want, and I have, that's why I need an Xbox. I have a copy. If you listen to the show, was it last week that we were doing the top video games, Gus? Which one was it? I think it was last week. We were talking about best video games, that list that came out, complex list. What's it called? ESPN NFL 2K5 was rated the best fucking sports game of all time.
Bro, it had that first person view mode and everything.
Thank you, bro. I have it. I have an Xbox version of it.
And it would put together Sports Center highlights of your game and shit. Like, that shit was awesome, dude.
Oh, so good. So good, bro. I used to run with Ricky Williams 35 times a game, bro.
For sure. Dude, I saw, this year's, big Madden competition, a guy won it not throwing a single pass.
That's what's up, bro. That's old, man. That's old.
What?
Yeah, like he just figured out, like, because being good at sports games is not about knowing about sports. It's just figuring out all the weird quirks. And the guy won the entire like top level Madden tournament, never throwing one pass.
Running that Wildcat, baby.
That's
bro.
awesome.
Reverses, double reverses.
For real. Who did
It's
he win it with? Do you know who
I don't remember. I just remember seeing the story that everyone was like, how did this happen?
I'm gonna guess Lamar Jackson.
Bro. Well, a lot of these things do these tournaments, they end up playing with what do you call those, like those like ultimate teams.
I know FIFA has a mode called All 80 where you just choose the team that you like, but everything is just 80 across the board.
Yeah, it's all
it's fair.
But man, I'm telling you, that ESPN was so fire. So I have that one. I've secured that one. I've had that game for years since I had my 360. And like an idiot, when I sold my 360, I fucking gave away my NCAA game, not thinking ahead, And I was like, fuck, man. And now, bro, if you find a copy of NCAA online, it's like $150, bro. People are selling that game for it. $150 for a game that's 6 years old, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You internet people are weird and sick in the head.
It is, bro. But I joined the Facebook group. I watch the games on Facebook. They're always streaming it, and I'm just like, bro, I need to get into that 30-year dynasty. I need to see what I can do. It's nuts, man. So I feel like that's where I would get. You remember I did I took Wickham. I remember Wickham, the one thing, bro. Apparently there's an end to it when you do the manager mode.
Oh, you can sim enough seasons where they're like, all right, enough, bro.
I think it's 15 or 16 years, and it forces you to retire.
Wow.
So it pissed me off. I think it's 15. I did 15 seasons. I went from Wickham. I did touch it, but I went back to Wickham. I developed these guys that were like 10 years in that I scouted as a 12-year-old, and I was like, yeah, this kid's the best player in the world. And then it says, oh, thank you for your service. Enjoy your retirement. And that's it. The game just abruptly ends. And I'm like, bro, so disappointed.
It's not even like Dr. Mario where it says like, oh, you win, but here, keep playing. It gets harder now.
Yeah.
Like, no, okay.
That's why with NCAA, you get these 60-year dynasties, man. Like, by 60 years, I got no complaints, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
we'll call it.
My son's the coach. You know what I mean? Like, already. So I wanted to build up like FIU again or something like that and really go back and, make some powerhouses. But NCAA was so good. And I guess I always thought it was going to end up coming out for, Xbox One or be backward compatible. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So if you got it out there, holler at me. I could use a copy. Talking bare bones price here, bro. Don't be trying to price gauge me here, man. Gouge me here and jack up the prices, bro. No, I'm paying fair value, $20. Okay. We'll do that. So enjoy those damn terms on Dr. Mario. Yeah, bro.
This is how we kill COVID, guys. Everybody go play Dr. Mario.
That's the cure.
When you beat it, that's where the vaccine comes in. You're like, bro, you put the yellow blue one over here, and then this is gone. That's it.
Hey, that's how you get rid of COVID, bro. We figured it out. Anyway, all right, it's time to wrap up, guys. Again, if you're watching, if you watch the show, we hope you enjoyed it, man. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for the participation. Check out lemoncitylive.com. Follow us, like us, tweet us. Everything social media is at Lemon City Live. I didn't check to see if somebody left a review, comments in the reviews on the podcast. That's what I wanted to do. Let's do it for the next episode. For Friday, we'll do it.
Too late now.
For Friday. If you're watching, put a review, write whatever the fuck you want. Just give us 5 stars and I'll read it on Friday. So I promise. That's the challenge there.
But it has to be 5 stars.
It has to be 5 stars. If you give me fucking 4, I'm gonna be pissed. Give me 5, bro. Like, come on. What do you get out of giving me 4? I mean, if you hate me, just send me a DM. That's more to the point. But give me the 5. Tell me, yo, you suck. Your show sucks. But I gave you 5 stars, and I'll be like, all right. Yeah. Sorry, you hated it, but thank you. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, Achilles, stay safe, my friend. Thank you so much for always coming through. Hopefully you give us some more Kevin Durant news next time. That'd be much appreciated.
I definitely have a meeting. I have a meeting with him tomorrow. It's not a big deal. We're best friends already.
Nice. Shake and bake for our NASCAR fans out there. Boom. And everyone who's watching, thank you guys so much again. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast, share, like. Every little interaction is a big deal for us, so we really appreciate it. TD, hope you're feeling better, and We'll be back Friday with a little happy hour, so get your drinks ready. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you el viernes. Adios.
Yeah.